Hey coaches, how's it going? What we're going to be doing today is when this goes going live, here we go. Welcome, coaches, to another edition of Talking Football with Coach McKie. I'm your host, Coach McKie, and actually joining me right now is Bella the dog. So that's why it looks like I'm doing something weird. But she is sitting here wanting to be petted. But while I'm doing let's go over the schedule for today. So you've seen the quick game out of the air raid offensive series. You've seen how we use stick and how we use our fade out combination. If then there. Next, we have done the drop back. We have done the Y cross concept and the shallow cross concept. Well, today we're going to talk about what do you do if defenses are trying to freaking stop the pass. They're dropping 8, 9, 10, everybody and their grandma in the backfield. They're dropping them back into coverage. What do you do? If you have a running quarterback, and this is a caveat right here, or if you're not afraid to run your quarterback, excuse me, you can run RPOs from this offensive series and use the quarterback as your running back. So that's what we're going to cover today. Now, before we get into it, if this sounds good, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that it's okay. And if you're here, we got 22 coaches. I appreciate y'all listening and watching. Say something in the chat. Let us know where you are from. Coach Best from New Jersey, welcome. Thank you for joining the stream, Coach. Hope everything's going all right. Everybody else, give us a thumbs up. Bring some other coaches in, and let's have a talk. Sorry about abruptly, I can't speak. Ending the last stream. My kids come home. It's the summertime, so sometimes my in-laws pick them up. Sometimes my wife does. I really don't know. It's whoever wants to pick them up. And when they come home, I stop everything, man, because I love my kids just like y'all do, and I just want to play with them. So if that happens again, I apologize for that. And one more thing before we get into it. If you want to join a coaching community where we talk about ideas, the air raid, spread, power air raid, where you get online courses where you can learn, where you get resumes. You can have my resume, actually. It's actually done really well. You can get that. Anything you need with practice scripts, game scripts, play calls, quick win videos, live coaching clinics from other coaches that teach you their secrets, as well as a private forum. You need to join the Ron McKie football coaching community. We are closing down at the end of Saturday, 11:59. That's June 15th. And the reason being is because, no, it's not a marketing gimmick or anything like that. We had so much success in the spring ball. We want to get more coaches in to get more success during the season. We're going to be cranking out some great content, doing some great things. A lot of coaches are already in 7-on-7, and they are amazed at how simple their offense can be and how they are moving the ball at 7-on-7, how their kids are having so much fun. Now they're having fun because they're not lining up foot to foot and running stupid ass plays. And yes, I'm talking about the wing tees running plays. I am sorry about that. And they're just having fun. And I want you to be a part of that. So if you want to learn more, go to joinrmfootball.com. Now let's get into this series, because I think this is a series with the quick game, with the drop back, with the runs now. Runs now. That sounds so weird. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. And then tomorrow or Saturday, we're going to be talking about the screens. And now you have an entire package that you can actually use going into any game you want. And this can be the thing. If you're not an air raid team, but you want to dabble, this is what you do. If you want to throw the game off, you can actually build this into one-word calls. Just have a script of it. Your kids know it, and this is what they do. So that's what we're going to get into. So we got Coach Holly, thank you. Coach Ronan from Cincinnati, thank you. We got Coach Christian from Germany, I appreciate it. Coach Burris from Connecticut, cold and wet. Hey, this weather here, it was freezing this morning. Now it's like 80 in South Carolina. I feel you. Coach Anthony from California, Turner from Arkansas, Watson, not even a coach, but just a guy who loves football from Atlanta. Hey, man, that's fine. We all love football. I have found out that the more I learn about football, the more enjoyable it is on Saturdays and Sundays watching the game. Coach Prom from, RPA College, always locked in, never a comment, though. Hey, well, you just did, buddy. I appreciate you commenting. High fives and butt slaps. Coach Addis from Turkey, hey, welcome. Is it nighttime over there? Let me know. Coach Best, I'm running wing and shoot. Will these concepts work? These concepts are universal, man. They can work for any offense, although you need to come to the dark side. Get out of that wing tee stuff. Coach Jacobs from New Orleans. Coach Meek from Nashville. What's going on, fellas? So, as you know, this entire series is on the tear motion. And just to refresh, tear motion is the back is opposite where he's going to wind up. So, we're going to be running to the right, or we're going to do the concept is to the right. So, he's going to line up on the left. The quarterback's going to put him in motion. And again, it doesn't matter how the quarterback puts him in motion. It can be a wave of the hand. He could say, hey, move. You can build it into the cadence. We're set, and then he goes, and then you hear go. So whatever is comfortable for you. But we have push motion or tear motion, to that side, to the right side. Now, let's step back for a minute. Running scheme, what you have to have philosophy-wise. I truly believe this. You have to have an inside run and you have to have an outside run. With that in mind, an inside run and an outside run, we are going to talk about the inside run first. And for me, it is the one back power. We're going to do the inside. That is the one back power. Now, what we like to do with our run game is we like to have a front side concept or a pre-snap concept and then a post-snap concept. So for us, the pre-snap is going to be a key screen to the left. So we got 2x2, the Y's to the right, the F's to the left. Remember, the L and the R always stays the same. They stay on the left side if you're an L, the right side if you're an R. We're going to be running a key screen with the F, and that is front side. And what we like to do is we like to take one step and then go backwards, backpedal, and we are showing our chest to the quarterback. A lot of people like to run the bubble, push, backpedal, and that way I don't. And this is why. When I first started out, we had a phenomenal wide receiver. I mean, hands down, one of the best wide receivers I have ever seen. And he was running a simple bubble concept. And what happened was he ran a bubble, push off, he's running it. Now he's coming downhill like that, and the quarterback was late getting him the ball. Remember, if you run that kind of bubble, you want to throw it behind the line of scrimmage. Where the quarterback hung him out to dry, threw it a yard past the line of scrimmage. The wide receiver was looking for the ball, didn't see that cornerback. The corner went low, totally destroyed his knee. Just ruined it. He's got drop foot now, whatever the heck that means. He's still got a limp to this day, and that was like 7 years ago. And as I watched that happen and reflecting, I was like, oh God, I am never doing that again, because you have to be perfect. Whereas with the step and then backpedal, you're backpedaling. You backpedal all the time. Most of the kids play basketball, so wide receivers, so they're backpedaling. You have a target for your quarterback to go, so he just throws it right at his chest. It's an easier throw. So that is why we do the backpedal method on the front side. Backside, remember, the tailback is who we want to get the ball to. He is one of our best dudes. So what we're going to do is we're going to tag this with a comet screen, meaning the R is going to be blocking the corner, the Y is going to be blocking the safety, or if something else happens inside, he's going to get that, so he's getting the first threat that he wants. And now we are going to be reading this linebacker right here. This is the linebacker we are reading. It is the linebacker that the back is going to. This is who we're reading, and we're doing our one back power. And the one back power syncs up nicely with the second run that we're going to talk about. But first, how we do it is just if you are play side, so the play side guard and tackle, left guard, left tackle, your rules are simple. Do you have someone head up to outside of you? Yes, that's who you're blocking. So this tackle has someone head up to outside. That's who he blocks. Okay? Really simple. That's another play that that we run a lot, especially if you follow me on my podcast or my channel. We love this play, the pin and pull, and this is what marries up with it. Now, if you're play side and you don't have anyone head up to outside of you and you have someone down, then you're going to block down on him. And that tells the center, hey, someone's is down, so that guard is going to be blocking down. I am going to pull to the front side linebacker. So we got 3 with 3 right there. Now backside, your rule is super duper simple. Hey, if I'm blocking whoever is head up to outside of me. Head up to outside, I'm man blocking. Right there, right there. So as you can tell, we have got most of the people blocked in the box. Who don't we have blocked? We don't have this guy blocked right here. And this is our rule. If we push him out and he just stays there, then we're going to throw the ball. Catch, turn, throw the ball. All right? And that's it once we have eliminated the pre-snap. Now, if they come out like this, pre-snap to the left, we're going to throw that every single day, all the time. I do not care what they have. Do y'all understand me? Because I get a lot of y'all that say, hey, that's 5 in the box. Hey, that's 4 in the box. You need to run it. You're a pansy if you don't run it. I don't care. If we can throw the ball to the outside where it's 2 on none, we're going to do that. Or it's 2 on 1, we're going to do that because I'm a simple man, and that is a lot easier for me. Now, once they take that away, Once the corner and the linebacker get in that face, well, that's done. Now we go to the concept side, which is this guy right here. The linebacker that's on the same side the back is going to. If he sits there, catch, turn, to throw it. Nice and simple. Just throw it. If he flies out like that, now you pump fake, and then you get behind the center, and now you're running the ball. And yes, you can do that. We actually have a really slow kid now that can get about 5 yards. Just tell him, get 5 yards, fall down. It's really simple. And now, coach, what happens if they start rotating? Well, you can do a couple of things. If they start rotating, then, which is what's going to happen, you can start going back to the drop back. You can go back to the drop back Y cross, because now when they spin down like this, they're giving up this area right here where the Y is going to go. Or you can go back to the fade out or anything like that. But no, coach, I don't want to do that. I still want to run the ball. Well, then it's really simple. You can kind of tag it with an RPO, a snag route or something like that, where if they're focusing on the tear motion, so you tear it, they're spinning down. That's fine, because now you can tag it with a snag route. This guy right here, the Y, will run a little snag, and you're still keying the same guy. If he flies out there, which now their eyes, if they're really worried about that spin motion, they're going to run out there. So if he flies out, you throw it. You know? That simple. If he just stays there, then you can pump fake, and then you get right behind him again. Because why is he staying there? Because he is worried about that snag concept right behind him. Oh, goodness. About that snag concept. So you have the numbers still. So there's things you can do within this play. But starting out, run the comment screen where you're just blocking whoever shows up right there. Like that. So right now, for those coaches that are coming in, I'm going over the running portion of the offensive series. We did the push, the tear motion. We're tagging it with our pin and pull. Is there any questions right now? Okay, Coach Prom, what's your verbiage play call for this? So this would be for us dual right tear. This would just be bull like this, comment right there. That's all it is. Well, the quarterback knows. Sorry about that. The quarterback knows that once he goes in motion, the running back goes in motion, the only person that can actually run the bull call is the quarterback. So that's what I am. I am now a runner. And this is something you just don't go ahead and install on the play and draw it up in the dirt. This is something you rep over and over again. And if you actually like this play, Coach Prom, you can actually one-word it. You know, I keep going back to the left. This could be your Hulk. And the guy, everybody knows, oh, okay, this is dual right, tear, bull, comment, just like that. All right, and you can use your own verbiage, if you will, as well. So let's see, any more questions before we go on to the next one? Coach Casal, I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, I like that question. Coach Fanatic, Coach, when you get a chance, you should go look at Oklahoma's shallow screenplay. It's so sweet. I'm installing it. It's on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen it. It is very, very nice. I've toyed around with it a couple of times. I'm just not smart enough to run it, so I kind of stick with just the crack screens and then the slow running back screen. Prom, I'm glad you like it. Jolly History, the snag on RPO. Do you think the center will get called for being downfield? All right, hold on. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all, fellas. 4 years I've been running RPOs now. I mean, exclusively. Every single play has an RPO. I've had 2 down the field penalty calls. And one of them was my quarterback's fault. He froze, didn't know what to do, and threw it. And the other one was actually my fault. I tried to do on a counter, I tried to pair it up with a smash concept backside, which was so stupid of me. So in 4 years running, every year we've run things for at least maybe a 50, I don't know, a huge number we run RPOs. I've only got it called twice. And if they actually do call it, you just tip your head and be like, okay, you got me. How many times have you been called for holding? Yet you still run the ball and you still pass it even though you get called for a penalty. So don't be afraid to call RPOs because you may get a guy down the field. And you have to look at it as the referee's point of view. If you're going fast, if you're spotting the ball all the time, if guys are going every different way, they can't focus in on one thing. They are human. So, of course, they are going to miss some things like that. So call it and run it. And if they call it and they're worried about it, be like, okay, well, hey, quarterback, you have to make a decision faster than that. Because 9 times out of 10, if you are getting those calls, it's because your quarterback is indecisive. And I've been really big this year on be decisive. I don't care if you're wrong as long as you're decisive. We can fix that. If you're wrong because you're indecisive, decisive, if you're holding on to the ball, if you're scared, then we've got some things to work on. But be fast, be decisive, and then we can work on the mistakes. All right. Any other questions? And again, if this is sounding good or everything like that, please give me a thumbs up. It actually helps get the word out. YouTube has changed their algorithm, so they reward a lot of thumbs up. So if you're finding this information valuable or anything like that, please give me a like and get those things up there like that so more coaches can see it, more coaches can talk to us, because we learn a lot from each other, man. I've learned stuff from y'all, and y'all have learned stuff from me. So the next thing is we've got our inside run game. Let's work on our outside run game, because if we keep gashing them up the middle, what are defenses going to do? They're going to pinch in. They're going to try to stop us from running up the middle, and they're going to give us the grass that is on the outside. What I like is I like the actual pin and pull with this. I love pin and pull. I think it's one of the best things that you can actually run, because you're messing with the linebackers' reads first off, because you've got people pulling. So the linebackers, they've been taught all week what? That guard pulls, I'm going. That guard pulls, I'm feeling. That guard pulls, I'm doing something, because 9 times out of 10, that is a run. Well, now you've got something happening to behind him or to the side of him where he's in conflict. Do you stop the run or do you stop the pass? That's the beautiful thing about RPOs. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the same motion here. We're going to do the same kind of blocking schemes for the wide receivers. I love comet motion. And the Y will get whoever triggers first, either that be the safety or the linebacker, doesn't matter. And what we do now is we do our pin and pull. And how we do our pin and pull is we're running pin and pull to the left. And it's the same exact blocking, it's just it changes up the aiming points. Whereas one back power, we're trying to hit it in the gap inside. Now, when we block down like this in the center pulls, he's pulling to the outside to get this linebacker. And the backside rules are still the same. If you're blocking whoever's head up to outside of you. And that is why that's the if to the then. If defenses are stopping one back power, then you run pin and pull. If you're going to only install 2 things, and a lot of coaches ask me, hey, Coach McKie, we're coming from the wing T or we're coming from the single wing. I have no idea how to run inside zone. I don't know if my kids get it. What should I do? I would actually major in one back power, pin and pull, and then my third scheme, which I would hit on a little bit, I'm stuttering here. A lot less than what I would on the one back power and pin and pull would be inside zone until they get better. But starting out day one, coming from a wing T to a single wing to a spread air raid, I would work more on gap schemes, because that's a lot easier carryover and transition for your offensive lineman. The one thing that we do on pin and pull is now we don't have a RPO on the front side. We are straight up blocking. And you can do a lot of different things on the block, and you can have the F come in and pin the first guy or go up to the safety, and the L block down on the linebacker and leave the cornerback. We want things simple, so we're just going to keep it, hey, whoever is over you, that's who you block. And the quarterback now is running the same thing. He is keying the linebacker to the same side as the tear motion. Does he sit there? Yes, catch, turn, and throw. Does he fly over there to try to stop it? Yes, then I'm a pump fake, and now I'm getting outside. I'm running outside of the defense. The pin and pull is our freaking outside run, so I want to run outside. Run to the outside until you can't, then cut it in. That's simple. If you want to get cute with it, you can then do the same thing, and you can run an RPO with it right behind them like this. So the push motion or the tear motion is freaking influencing here. If he stays or drops back, then the quarterback runs. If he flies over this way, then you throw the RPO. And it's that simple. And remember, a lot of the stuff that the wing T does is set up different plays. So this is a way you can set it up. You can get more advanced if you want to with the motion. And I truly believe motion is what a lot of offenses should be using, because it draws the defense's eyes. Kids are undisciplined. They see motion, they want to look at it. It's like they're T-Rexes in Jurassic Park, man, where they don't move or they're going to catch it. It's the same thing. Move. Have the kids' eyes look real quick, and then like, oh crap, what am I supposed to do? Make those kids confused, and this is an easy, simple way you can do it. So There you go, coaches. That's the running part of the offensive series, air raid offensive series. Next, we will go over 2 screens that you can use, and then there it is. That's the whole entire offensive package that you can use, because I want you to use this even if you have never run the air raid and you want to dip your toe in it. This is the way you can. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in chat. I'll answer them for a little bit. And while y'all are typing, just remember, if you want help with this, if you want online courses, if you want quick win videos, if you want live coaching clinics and talks with other coaches, with myself personally, if you want a private forum with over 279 coaches that are bouncing ideas off of each other, then you need to become a member of the Ron McKie Football Coaching Community. We close our doors this Saturday, June 15th at 11:59, because we're getting ready for the season, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to be together. We're going to be working on our offense and how we can stop defenses and all of that. So if that interests you, go to joinrmfootball.com. Now let's get to the questions. Coach Steven, the one back power reminds me of the gap inside zone blocking with some pin and pull rules. That's exactly what it is. I steal from the best, man. And the reason why I like the one back power paired up with the pin and pull is because it's essentially the same. You have the same rules across the board for your offensive lineman. It's now just aiming points. Where one back power, you're going inside, pin and pull, you're going outside. And that's what I love to do right there. Keep it simple. You can keep it. You want to keep it simple for all the guys, but really these 5 right here. If you can keep it simple with them, you can kind of do a lot of cool things with it as long as they're not thinking. You got to be able to block first. Coach Birdwell, been following all of your stuff this spring and summer. Great stuff, man. Keep it up. I appreciate it, man. High fives. And give me a thumbs up if you like it. I want to get more coaches in because I've learned some really cool things. I have a coach that's lined up. I'm going to reach out to him. Y'all have talked to me about it. Some of y'all have emailed me. This coach is special, and I'm doing everything I can to get a live coaching clinic. I don't want to spoil it yet. Don't want to jinx myself, but I've got some cool things working in the background for y'all. Coach Meek, if the play side defensive end flies hard upfield, is the center going inside? Are you talking about pin and pull? If you're talking about pin and pull, yeah. So his rule is, I'm going to assume that you're talking about the pin and pull. He's going to reach, right? This left tackle. He's going to reach. Now, if this end is just struggling and won't let him, he's going to keep going, and he's widening himself out, and this center's like, okay, man, cool. I'm not going to keep running over there. I'm just going to fold it up. And what the quarterback is doing, literally all you have to tell the quarterback is, hey, follow your puller. Get behind the fat dude and let him do his thing. And that's really what it is. So, yes, that's what you can do on the pin and pull. So, there you go. Coach Burris, have you considered giving the R a route within your RPO schemes to give your quarterback another option if by chance the defense automatically defends the snag? I have. In this case right here, the oh shit is the tailback. So, if something happens and he's not... I've been really stressing this year that, hey, when in doubt, throw the running back. When in doubt, throw the running back. If you're confused, find the running back. Because, yeah, 7-on-7, they're going to defend them like that because that's what they do. They don't have to worry about anything. But in a game, no, they're going to lose track of the running back. So I'm really stressing, hey, if something is up, if you were confused, if you're just like, oh, crap, deer caught in the headlights, find the running back, throw it. Because now... this is what's going to happen. Most of the time, if they spin down, then he's probably going to, if you run a lot of RPOs, this is what I've come across. They're like this, right? You go motion, he's going to spin down real fast, and then when they see this Y come in, he's now going to redirect and come this way. Well, that's fine. We still got 2-on-1 right here. This is the oh shit built in. Great question, though. So anybody else, any other questions? I will give y'all one more minute, and then I am fixing to go. Bella, and if you don't know, Bella is my black golden doodle that I've gotten since maybe passed away. She is scratching at the door, and I really do not want to clean up poo-poo again. That is awful. Coach Barrett, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Leonardo da Vinci. You're absolutely right, man. I truly believe that if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't know it well enough. That's why some things I want to run, like the go route, the choice route, the slide route, different things inside the run and shoot, but I don't know it enough to teach it. So I kind of fall back on the things I do know. I know stick. I know corner or snag. I know why cross. I know why sail. I know those things, and I can teach it. And that's why when I run 4 verts, I don't give the kids any options or anything like that. It's like, hey dudes, everybody go deep. If I want to tag, I will individually tag, but I'm not giving it to you. So, all right. Now, hey, I appreciate y'all coming on. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to join our community, go to joinrmfootball.com. If you found this valuable, please give it a thumbs up. Share it on social media. Let other coaches know we're doing this thing together. Come on. And if you actually like these series, if you like me building little series for you, I can do this, man, because this is what I like to do this is what I do inside the game plans. I read an article about how Chip Kelly actually went fast when he was at Oregon. And he would build little mini series inside his offensive game plan. And that's what he did. He would be like, okay, I'm coming out in 11 personnel and we're running this with the same motion, same formation, and everything like that. Because interesting enough, and I know I'm getting on a tangent here for a little bit, but Chip Kelly started out as a wing T coach. He started out in the wing T. He dabbled in every single freaking offense there was. He went to the wing T. There's some videos on YouTube where when he was up in Northampton, I don't know what I'm talking about, that small school in New England, he actually ran wing T 1 week, flex bone the next. He was dabbling, and that's something he stole. And I think Chip Kelly is a freaking genius. And I was like, holy crap, he does it. I'm going to steal it as well. So this is what we actually do when we sit down. So if you like this, let me know. And until next time, let's continue to mash the spread, score points, and have fun.